Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here. Welcome back to another video for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. And today I want to talk about the next two classes because of course up until this point we've had a look at 4 of the playable classes, but today they showed off the final 2 and also spoke about an exciting multi-class system that allows you to basically take on the abilities of 2 different classes to create some truly unique playstyles. So in this video I want to go over quickly what we know about these classes. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are looking forward to this. From the classes they've shown so far, which ones do you think you're going to be playing as? And of course don't forget to keep it locked because when the game does drop we'll have some more content for you. But to begin with, the first one we got to look at in the new trailer is the Graveborn, which does look incredibly cool. I think I am still sold on the giant hammer class, let's be honest, but Graveborn are of course death-touched acolytes who sacrifice health to unleash devastating dark magic attacks, and they become the phantasmal reaper of bones, also accompanied by their manic demi-lich companion, which looks kinda cool. Devotees of death, Graveborn draw strength from the pain and passing of others, growing in power as they send the souls of their enemies screaming into the void. Where most fear death, the Graveborn revel in it, and have even made it an ally. Aided by power and an ancient demi-lich bound by their service, the Graveborn knows that all power comes at a price paid in blood, whether that be of their foes or their own. The Graveborn is a master of kill skills, spells, and dark magic. They use their demi-lich companion as a sacrificial action skill to enact suffering upon their enemies, even at the cost of their own life force, and any spell cast by the Graveborn will cause the demi-lich to cast a unique spell of their own, as well as triggering kill skills to summon hellish minions. So there's almost, to a degree, some necromancery elements to it, which honestly does sound very cool. Plus, they just look really menacing. On top of that, however, you then have the Spore Warden. I will say I'm incredibly sad they didn't call this the Sporden, but anyway, that aside, Spore Wardens are masters of nature who summon tornadoes and launch volleys of arcane arrows into enemy lines alongside their toxin-spewing mushroom companion. So I guess you could say they're a fun guy, and there's not really mushroom for anyone else on your team. Anyway, that aside, the Spore Wardens are swift guardians of the Wonderland's magical wilderness, deeply in tune with the natural world. Spore Wardens prowl through forests and bogs alongside their faithful, flatulent mushroom companion. Spore Wardens are also able to annihilate their foes from afar, showing off their mastery of both conventional firearms and a mystical summon bow that unleashes a barrage of arcane arrows. So basically, your Legolas of the Wonderlands. They are gun and companion specialists. They can significantly boost their abilities of their companion and allies whilst laying down withering firepower and slowing advancing enemies with frost tornadoes. Speed and distance are a Spore Warden's best friends. But as mentioned, on top of this, while you do have the option to choose your class, there is also a multi-class system. They say that the best thing about the Fate Maker, besides of course all the chaotic fantasy adventures and the general badassery, is harnessing the power of 2 mythical classes and becoming a truly hybridized hero. When your journey begins, you of course start by picking one of the 6 classes, so the Berserker, the Clawbringer, Graveborn, Spellshot, Spore Warden, or Stabbermancer, but as you grow stronger, you'll gain access to the multi-class system and a new secondary class slot. This opens up a whole new world of unique character builds, and each is defined by a class feat, 2 iconic action skills to choose between, and a skill tree loaded with passive abilities. Once you unlock this, class feats become your always-on passive effects, including unique increases to damage output and having a trusty companion fighting by your side. This of course is also how you can technically speaking have 2 companions, so if you want to get like the Lich and the Mushroom, examples like that. Class feats are equally powerful whether they belong to your primary or secondary class, with both having a huge impact on your playstyle and the stats and effects that you should prioritize. If you opt, for example, to multi-class a Clawbringer, Graveborn, or a Spore Warden, both of your attack-ready companions will be able to fight by your side, the more the merrier. I will say this kind of reminds me of Guild Wars 1 because that had an awesome double-class system that really allowed you to make some interesting permutations. They also said that your chosen class's action skills have the biggest impact on your moment-to-moment gameplay with splashy effects that can instantly turn the tide of battle and give you the upper hand. Action skills have a relatively short cooldown, letting you unleash their might multiple times during most fights, but not so short that you'll be spamming them constantly. You can equip only 1 action skill at a time, though you will have a total of 4 to choose from between your 2 multi-class selections. So again, if you like, say, the general playstyle of one class, but the action skill of another, you can combine. And of course, finally, each class's skill tree is where you'll get the comprehensive view of your progress and ever increasing power over time. With each level, you'll of course have an extra skill point to spend in either one of your trees, and you'll then need to pick and choose carefully where you allocate those skills. So again, you can then create some truly unique combinations. Honestly, this is very exciting because of course in previous Borderlands games, you have typically gone through your singular class, you have multiple trees, but you've then kind of created these interesting combinations, but now having the ability to actually merge these classes together or create some interesting hybrids, honestly, I cannot wait to check it out. But for the time being, that's pretty much it. That's a look at the 2 new classes and the multi-class system. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this, and if you guys are looking for something to keep you busy while you wait for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, don't forget to check out the PlayStation Plus free games this month.